In this presentation, I will explain the difference between an oligopoly and a monopolistic competition. I will focus on pricing power, real-world examples, and why this difference matters for managers and pricing decisions. Both oligopoly and monopolistic competition are competitive markets. The key difference between them is pricing power. The main question to ask is, can firms influence prices or must they follow the market? An oligopoly exists when a small number of large firms control most of the market. Because there are so few firms, each firm's decisions directly affect its competitors. This creates strong interdependence between firms. Oligopolies usually have high barriers to entry, which prevent new competitors from entering the market. Prices tend to be relatively stable because firms try to avoid price wars. Firms may engage in implicit collusion, where they follow similar pricing behavior without explicit agreements. A good example of an oligopoly is the Canadian telecom industry, dominated by Bell, Rogers, and Telus. Another example is OPEC, where a small group of countries can influence global oil prices by coordinating output. Monopolistic competition exists when many firms compete in the same market. Products are similar but not identical. Each firm has some pricing power, but it is limited because customers can easily switch to competitors. In monopolistic competition, barriers to entry are low. Firms rely heavily on branding, product features, and the customer experience to differentiate themselves. Price competition exists, but firms cannot raise prices too much without losing customers. Examples of monopolistic competition include fast food restaurants, clothing brands, and coffee shops. Although these businesses sell similar products, each tries to stand out through branding, menu options, or service quality. The main difference is that oligopolies have few firms with strong pricing influence, while monopolistic competition has many firms with limited pricing power. Oligopolies focus on competitor reactions, whereas monopolistic competitors focus on differentiation. In an oligopoly, pricing decisions must consider how competitors will respond. In monopolistic competition, pricing decisions depend more on customer perception and product differentiation. Understanding market structure helps managers set realistic and sustainable prices. The key takeaway is simple: oligopoly means few firms and strategic pricing based on competitor reactions. Monopolistic competition means many firms competing through differentiation rather than price alone. If this was helpful, please subscribe for more content like this.